Hey guys, Moose Toys is back with some new entries in the Grocery Gang figure line. So we're on what I would say is, I guess, Series 2 for the action figures, and we are changing things up a bit with the new Bug Strike line. So these guys are, at least what we've got today, are figures we've already seen, but they are decked out in a new paint scheme. They've got new accessories, and of course they've got new packaging, but it's the same style blister card, but this is all decked out with the green army style motif, and on the back we've got some product shots of the other figures in the line. So we've got 3 figures today. We have got Putrid Pizza, and we have got Dodgy Donut and Fungus Fries. So yeah, let's pull them out and take a look. Alright guys, so here are the Grocery Gang figures, and I gotta say, after getting these out of the box, I realized that these are not just simple repaints as I thought. They have some new sculpt. Some of them are mostly the same. Putrid Pizza and Fungus Fries are very similar to their original figures. Dodgy Donut, however, is quite different, and he has an entirely different function. He actually transforms, which is really weird. So, then they've all got kind of a little thing about them, a little feature, or something to do with their accessory, things like that. But as far as the overall figure itself, they're very similar. So I'm going to use Putrid Pizza as an example just for articulation's sake real quick. So the heads can swivel, assuming, you know, their head isn't their body like these two guys. And then they've got arms that can go out. They're hinged and they have rotation. And then they've got hinged and rotating legs. So they have very, very minimal articulation. I mean, you kind of expect that. I'm assuming if you've already looked at these, you kind of know what tier figure these are. They're, you know, they're kind of budget, actual kids' toys, which is fine. So I'm not in any way upset about their articulation. They are what they are. What I really dig about these figures is their sculpt and their look and their wacky, weird, you know, 80s, 90s kind of vibe that they have going for them. These aren't really as gross as the original wave. They're more geared towards the Commando aesthetic, but they still have like the oozy, gooey, nasty look about them. Just not on the same gross out level as the first figures. But I still dig the sculpt, and Putrid Pizza is still gnarly looking no matter how you paint him. He is still pretty wild because of that ripping cheese kind of mouth that he's got. And that kind of goes towards the sculpt work and the paint on these guys, because despite the fact that they're only $6 or $7, they have what I like to consider, you know, kind of that old school TMNT look. They have a lot of little sculpted detail that, while it may not be really painted to the gills, they have a lot of little things here and there that kind of make them stand out. Putrid Pizza is the prime example, because he's got all that ooey gooey cheese going on, and that's mostly all sculpted line work all over him, especially in the arms and then down here on this one oozing foot. But, you know, for the price point of these guys, I'm always pretty happy with what I'm getting here. You know, there's all these little things about him. So all of his limbs are melted cheese, and all of his limbs are little donuts, and all of his limbs are crinkle cut French fries, which, you know, just little things that are sort of hidden in the design about these figures that I think is really cool. Now let's talk accessories real quick, because these guys do have different accessories from their original counterparts. Like I thought, Putrid Pizzas is one of those things, I don't know, I had them as a kid, where you can hit it against a wall or something and it sticks. I just don't remember what they're called. They were usually hands, is what they were. But you can slap it and it'll stick. Fungus Fries here has got a missile launcher, but unfortunately it's not spring-loaded, so you just kind of have to push it out with your finger. I'm sure it's either a safety or a cost-saving measure, which is fine. I wasn't planning on really shooting it across the room anyway. Now, Dodgy Donut, however, has a big change. So he's got a fork and a knife, and that's, you know, different in general. His last accessory was like a donut stick, I think is what it was, but it was like a set of nunchucks. But his big thing is, like I said, he can transform. So he will actually pop open once you've got his arms up in the air, and you kind of got to work at him. There we go. So pop him open, and he's hollow on the inside. You can put his arms and legs in, and then you shut him, and then the knife and fork go inside, and they're keyed a certain way, and then he becomes like a donut roll almost, or you can send him spinning at his enemies, which is a really weird play feature or play function, but it's kind of cool at the same time. It's definitely a big selling point in the fact that he is decidedly different from his original figure. All right, and for the sake of comparison, here is the new Dodgy Donut in his fully transformed state with the original. And you can see this one has longer legs. He's got the different paint scheme. He's got a different little bit of everything. They're actually a little more different than they appear at first glance. So we've got those. Then we've got the new and the original Fungus fries. I believe they are closer in sculpt than any of the others. They're very, very similar. And then we have got the original and new Putrid Pizza. And there's a few things that are different, but he's still largely similar. We've obviously got a booted leg here. We've got the bandolier. His eye is a little more shut. He's got the bandana. It's not tons and tons different, same overall look and feel, but they all have something just slightly different about them to make it so you're not just buying repaints. So overall, I'm once again happy with these figures. I think they're cool. I think they're weird. I think they're kind of wacky, and that's really why I like them. It's not because they're breaking ground in the toy world, but they're just fun. They're weird, and they're odd, and they're very different from anything else that you can buy right now, which is always nice for me as a collector or for kids just to get something that's a little bit different than the norm. And these guys have just enough different from their original figures to make them worth a second purchase. And I'm really, really looking forward to getting the rest of them. I really do enjoy this line. So that is going to do it for this look at the Grossery Gang Bug Strike figures from Moose Toys. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, guys. And until next time.